Hello everyone, and welcome to Left of Meta! The idea behind this series is to highlight some decent to good sets that can be good for either newer players who want a good starting point to work from, or for older players who just want to mess around and look at some of the sets that aren't Reliquin, Sororia, Yolnahkrin, and Olorime for their DPS tanks and healers. And before we get into the actual sets, a couple of very quick ground rules. First off, these sets will always be Overland, PvP, crafted sets, or base game dungeons. And they will be tested alongside other sets, which will be listed in the video and linked in the description below. For the most part, those sets will be Leviathan from Crypt of Parts and the Maelstrom Bow for stamina characters, Mother's Sorrow from Deshaan and the Maelstrom Staff for Magicka characters, Spell Power Cure and the Master's Resto Staff from White Gold Tower for healers, and Ebon Armory for tanks. This video also includes the Tremor Scale Monster set from the Volenfell dungeon. And with that out of the way, let's roll into today's set. This week's set is called Bog Raider. It is one of the Overland sets found in the Blackwoods chapter, and because it is a relatively new set at the time of recording this video, it is currently a little bit more on the expensive side. This set grants the following benefits. At 2 items, it grants 1,096 maximum magicka. At 3 items, it grants 1,206 maximum health. At 4 items, it grants 1,096 maximum stamina. And at 5 items, when an enemy you have recently damaged dies, gain 10 ultimate and increase your health recovery by 1,156 for 10 seconds. This effect can occur once every 10 seconds. All in all, this set gives some pretty decent benefits for tanking. You get a lot of bonus health regen, and you get a decent amount of ultimate. However, it's kind of a, middle-of-the-line set. It's not quite the insane amount of health regen that you would be getting off of a set like Beekeeper's gear. And it's not the amount of ultimate that you would be getting off of something like Drake's Rush or Arcesis' Genius. It's trying to make a Deadwater's Guile that works for tanks, because they changed Deadwater's Guile so that it no longer works on a tank roll. And in doing so, they've kind of made a set that just doesn't know what it wants to be. Because you only get 10 ultimate every 10 seconds, and that is ridiculously slow. And this only triggers when an enemy dies. If we had a more consistent way to trigger it, then this would be much better. If it was, say, after casting a weapon skill, gain this every 10 seconds, then we could actually use this in things that aren't, ad pulls. And it needs a little bit more in one of the two directions for it to really surpass any of the sets that it's trying to be in the middle ground of. It's not good enough as a survivability set to replace Beekeeper, and it's not good enough as an ultimate gen set to be an alternative to Drake's Rush or Arcesis. Because, especially with the health regen part, that only happens once something dies. So if you're not getting that first kill, then it doesn't matter. All in all, this isn't the worst set, and it's certainly good if you don't have anything better to run. It's a slower Deadwater's Guile that works better for tanks, and it's a lot of health regen once it triggers. It's going to be a little bit less consistent than some of the other tools that we can get, but it's also an Overland set, which means that it's super easy to get your hands on, and if you need the tool, here's the tool. Next week, we're going to be talking about a another one of the new sets, Heartland's Conqueror. So I hope to see you all then, and until then, good luck, stay safe, and don't die.